So I basically literally called the top for Zcash yesterday. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to give financial advice, but if you take a peek at what's going on with Zcash right now it's still up 22% on the week. But if you look at what's going on here in the crypto market, look at the top losing tokens for the day, you'll see that Zcash is actually the biggest loser. Now, I literally felt inclined to make a video on Zcash yesterday because there's been this parabolic frenzy, maniac buying going on for Zcash. And I said, just the fact alone that I was making a video on Zcash yesterday after its huge pump, and I felt so inclined to make a video about Zcash yesterday. I said, the top is probably in, could be tomorrow, could be in a week, could be, but soon. I felt there was room for a run. There's obviously always room for the continuation of a run. But as you have things coming out and going around, like Arthur Hayes revealing his big prediction, Arthur Hayes reveals Zcash is a key portfolio. This guy, when he starts chirping about predictions, tops are coming. When this guy's making headlines, there's like tops always coming, it seems. You see so many other things going on right now that are hurting the market as well, like the odds of a December rate cut have dropped to 66%. You've got so many different things happening, like a message from the founder of Zcash. I mean, this video is all over the internet. It's everywhere you look. And there's a lot of people that have a lot of thoughts on this. It's an interesting thing that's going on right now. Let's talk a little bit about Zcash. What's happening with this coin? Why it's collapsing right now? All the coins that were pumping yesterday, why they're falling. And just smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. You like crypto content, you want more crypto news. Well, we're going to keep it coming. One thing I've been doing on this channel is trading myself. And so I've been in this Bitcoin short for a while. It is still in the profit. And I'm kind of waiting for, to be honest with you, a lower level for Bitcoin. I do think that we could head lower. And I'm not the only one. The poly market right now says 61% chance that Bitcoin hit 80K before 150K. And I feel kind of aligned with that. Right now, me personally, what I've been saying is that I feel about 80% sure that we're going into a bear market, and I'm leaving 20% chance in my own mind of more continuation for this bull market. That's just the way that I feel about it, but I'm trading on it. And so if you guys want to trade, whether you want to go short or long on this market, you can trade all your favorite coins. You want to trade Zcash? Yesterday I was talking about how I wanted to short Zcash, and I probably should have. I didn't take the short on Zcash. I should have. I made a mistake. It might not be too late. I'm going to keep a closer eye on that chart. There could be a bounce, but if you want to trade any of these things, you guys could check out Blowfin or BTCC or BitTNX in the description down below. If you haven't signed up for any of these exchanges, or one of them you haven't signed up for, you can check them out. There's deposit bonuses. I'm trading on Blowfin. I think it's my favorite one after kind of dabbling with all of them. I really do like Blowfin quite a bit, but let's talk about the Zcash thing. So Arthur Hayes reveals Zcash is a key portfolio asset, and he's been talking about a $20,000 Zcash. That's what I talked about yesterday. When you see news stories coming out about a $20,000 Zcash, as you have a video like this circulating around the internet and causing a lot of questions about the Zcash community and what's going on, there's a chance that with bearish stories going on, with the odds of a December rate cut dropping, and which means if no rate cut comes, we're still got a 66% chance we get a rate cut, but if no rate cut comes, that's not really going to help an altcoin season. Zcash is an altcoin. If Bitcoin goes into a bear market, that is not going to help Zcash. On top of the fact that you have the government shutdown continuing, the Democrat Party offered to end the government shutdown if Republicans were willing to extend the ACA tax credits. There are disagreements going on in the government. They're playing a game of political football, left, right, back, forth, up, down. They just keep doing this, and there's no resolve. Everybody wants to point the finger. It's, two sides, both pointing fingers. This is politics, and it's playing with the markets. The Fed does not have the data that they need to make these decisions regarding Fed rate cuts. So the odds, I think, of rate cuts are going down. Historical data suggests that Bitcoin is headed into a bear market just based on the 4-year cycles, based on the fact that Bitcoin lasted a bull market 1,065 days. And that time is up. Okay, just historically. Again, I can't talk in certainties, my friends. I'm a speculator. I'm a bald guy on the internet, just like you. Well, maybe you're not bald, but I am. But I just track these markets day in and day out. And the way that I've seen these markets is they're bear markets, they're bull markets. If we're heading into a bear market, I'm going to try to catch a short on the way down. And that's what I was talking about Zcash. Yesterday in my video, I talked about Zcash and I said, you know, all these coins, Zcash, Dash, these coins that were pumping yesterday, Starknet, it was very odd that they were pumping. Why were they pumping? I talked about this. I think they were pumping because there's a sense of desperation in this market right now. If Bitcoin has a higher odds of going to 80K before 150K, people are thinking it's over. And when they see an altcoin pumping, they get panicky. You know, I was talking about yesterday, I saw some people that I like a lot saying right now in this market, you got to go with the momentum trades. In other words, FOMO, panic buy-in. I totally disagree with that. Wholeheartedly. I do not think going with the momentum trade is the way to do it. Now, if you're early to the wave and you can sleuth out that you are actually early to the wave, maybe you're buying into something that's gaining momentum. I was early to the stacks, wasn't super early to the stacks wave, but the stacks ecosystem, I don't know if you guys caught some of that with me. The Kronos altcoin season, I was early to that as well. There's things that we've been early on, okay, on this channel, and there's things that you hopefully you've been early on with us and on your own. But the Zcash trade in no way was that early, okay? And so I created a video knowing it was late to create that video, saying yesterday, people are talking about $20,000 Zcash. I think that's dangerous. I think that Arthur Hayes talking about it. It's toppy, okay? It's toppy. Can Zcash continue up? Sure, maybe it can. And maybe some more shorts are going to get squeezed because maybe now everybody's going to try to trade to the short side of it. Yesterday, I wish I'd opened up the short. I didn't. And so, you know, there are opportunities clearly. If I had pulled out a short trade on Zcash, I would have made tons on that one. You know, I'm in a short on Bitcoin right now on Blowfin. If you guys are trading and you want to trade, check out the affiliates in the description down below. If it's a bear market, and it just might be, guys, okay? If it's a bear market, there are going to be opportunities still, okay? It's not going to be the kind where you buy low, sell high, because if the prices are crashing, well, then you're buying and it's going lower and you don't, you know, maybe you buy as it goes lower, right? Maybe you accumulate through the bear market. Historically speaking, a bear market will last for about 400 days. And so in about 350 days, it'll be generally close to the bottom if the 4-year cycles remain intact. But if I see Bitcoin get below $80,000, if I see Bitcoin personally get to a price where it looks delicious to me, like below 70K, below 60K, it's going to look so cheap, I will be piling that thing up personally. Zcash, not so much. It's a trend. Out of desperation, out of some celebrity endorsements, I didn't like that pump. It could continue. You never know, but it's just a sign of the times. Desperation is in the crypto market. Can you feel it? And do you agree? Let me know in the comments down below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Continue to do your own research, my friends, as always. DCA Hodl, 2 videos here if you want to check them out. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Peace.